How you doing? How you been? Hope you're doing well. It's Oddly James. Welcome to my channel, all about witchcraft, paganism, and the like. Now, there are a lot of Witchcraft 101 videos, witchy tip videos out there. This one is going to be a little bit different. So for those other videos, they tell you things like read as many witchcraft books as you can, go on walks and connect with nature, learn your correspondences, learn what crystals do, learn the correspondences of herbs. And they also tell you that don't do any sort of spell crafting when you first start. And for the most part, they're right. The problem is doing those things when you're first starting out. You're not going to feel very witchy. You're not going to feel like a witch. I think it's important, if you want to be a witch, it's important to feel like a witch, to be able to identify as a witch. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 actions or five things that you can do right now that make you feel witchy. So that way, when you go and do those other things, you can do them with a witchy purpose. So let's jump right into it. Action number 1 is declare yourself a witch. I know that seems kind of silly, but I feel like when people are first starting out on their witchcraft journey, they don't really tell themselves, I'm a witch. They tell themselves, okay, I'm going to try this and see what happens. If they talk to their friends, they're like, yeah, I'm kind of interested in witchcraft and I'm kind of trying to practice witchcraft. But they don't really say, I am a witch. Now that's a pure assumption, but I feel like there are quite a few of you out there who might do that. If you are one of those people, it's time to declare to yourself that you are a witch. And that brings me right into my second action, which is morning affirmations. Now these don't have to be done in the morning, but it's going to be easier to do these in the morning. And that'll tie into action number 3. But morning affirmations are really easy to do. You get up in the morning, get out of bed, go to a mirror, and look right into the mirror, look at yourself and say, I am a witch. With my intentions, I manipulate the energy around me to live the life I want to live. And tell yourself that a number of times. For me, since I am a Celtic pagan, I follow many of the Celtic traditions. The number 3 is a big part of our lore, a part of our everyday lives. So for me, I always say my affirmations 3 times. If I do any sort of incantations when I'm doing spell work, I say my incantations 3 times. And that's just for me. I mean, it might be different for you. So say that a number of times, whatever makes you feel comfortable, or you can just say it until you feel it. But do that every day. So for me, I still do this to this day. So I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to where I can be partnered on YouTube. So what I do is I get up in the morning, I go into the bathroom mirror, and I look at myself and I say, I am a YouTube partner. I make content people enjoy watching. And it's important to when you make your affirmations, say them as if they are already happening. And you've probably already heard this. I just want to reiterate that. So you don't want to say something like, I will be a witch. You want to say, I am a witch. These can also easily be incorporated into a morning ritual, which brings me into my third action, which is create a simple ritual, a simple daily ritual that you can do every morning. Rituals are a big part of witchcraft. And rituals don't have to be elaborate. They can be very simple and just as powerful. Because at its core, all you're really doing with a ritual is weaving your magical intention into mundane actions. So here's a simple ritual you could do. Get up in the morning, go brush your teeth. When you're done brushing your teeth, look in the mirror, say the affirmation I gave you 3 times or however many times you want to do it. Then when you go and have your morning coffee or tea, whatever it is that you drink, me personally, I'm a coffee drinker. So what I do is when I make my coffee, I stir it clockwise, and while I'm stirring, I use my intention, and I can say something like, this coffee will give my body the energy it needs to be productive throughout the day. And I'll say that, like 3 times while I'm stirring my coffee clockwise. The reason why you want to stir it clockwise is because clockwise motions brings energies in. If you want to repel an energy or repel a feeling, you would go counterclockwise. So if you wanted to banish negative energy, you could stir your coffee counterclockwise and say, I banish any negative energies that may interfere with my day. Something super simple as that, and that's your morning ritual. Do that every day. And that is practicing witchcraft. That is something you can do right now to get that witchy feeling. Number 4 is meditate. Now you will hear a lot of people in these Witch 101 videos tell you the same thing, meditate. But they don't really tell you how to meditate. And when you're first starting to learn how to meditate, it can be very overwhelming because then you don't know what you're meditating for. How does meditation work? It can be pretty overwhelming. So what I'm going to do is recommend a book, and I'm going to be doing a review of this book probably next week. But this is The Crooked Path by Kelton. This is a book on traditional witchcraft. I think it's in chapter 3, there is an entire section on raising your magical inner power. And that is done through meditation. He gives you a step-by-step guide on how to meditate, how to visualize your inner power building up from your stomach, rising up, getting bigger, expanding, and all that's done through meditation. And this is something that you would do, that you would practice every day. And the purpose of that is to kind of get you used to raising that magical power for when it is time to do spell casting or laying a compass. If you're Wicca, that would be casting a circle. So meditating is important, and he gives you a step-by-step guide on a type of meditation you can do right now. The other thing I would recommend is do a guided meditation just for relaxation or just for calming your mind. And you can find lots of guided meditations on YouTube, and they're all free. Now, so far, all of these exercises have been mental exercises, intangible exercises, but now let me give you something physical that you can do right now to make you feel a little bit more witchy, and that is crafting your own witchcraft tools. So in witchcraft, you'll probably be using maybe a wand or a staff, and you can make these things on your own. You can buy them, sure, but making your own tools, there's something about it that just gives you that feeling of magic, that you're crafting a tool for you to use in your magical workings. Something that I've done is I've made my own staff. This is a staff that I got from a branch that was, I guess, fell from an oak tree in our neighborhood. So I took the branch, I took all or cut all the bark off. I whittled it down a little bit, shaped it up, and then sanded it out with sandpaper, and then put some stain on it to give it that color, that nice brown color. And this is a staff that I use when I am laying a compass, when I am practicing hedge riding. This is a tool that I use. When I was making the staff, you kind of already have your magical intentions by default because you know what you're making this for. You're making it for magical uses, and you're already putting your intention into it with every cut that you make with the blade, every scrape, every motion that you use with the sandpaper. You're putting in your magical intention, and it's really just sort of subconsciously you're doing that. So that's a great way to get that witchy feeling. And also, there's just something about crafting your own tools, man, that just, I don't know, it gives you that feeling. So I do recommend making your own witchcraft tools. So there it is. There's 5 things that you can do right now to give you that witchy feeling, to make you feel like you're doing something, to make you feel like you're a part of the magical community. And then that way, when you go and read those witchcraft books and you're walking through or you're walking on the trail, you're connecting with nature, you're doing it in a witch's mindset. And I think that's important, because when you're out in nature, it is so much different than just taking a walk as a mundane person. You're walking, connecting with nature from a witch's intent, and there's no other feeling like it. It's an amazing feeling you're going to get. And that's all I have for you for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you got a different sort of perspective. I do recommend that you go, and if you haven't already, watch a lot of those other Witchcraft 101 videos, because they all have really great information. And I would watch a bunch of them, because it's always nice to get a lot of different opinions. If you ever watch a video where somebody says this is how you need to do it, just don't watch that person anymore. Take my suggestions. If you don't want to do my suggestions, that's fine. That's up to you. I'm just giving you some ideas. And you don't have to do any of this stuff. It's not written in some book somewhere. This is just some things that I did when I was getting started way back when, that I did to help me just kind of feel like a part of that magical world. So if you like the video, if you have watched my other videos, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for your support. If you like this video and you might like some other content that I've done, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you'll know that every time that I upload a video. If you would like to connect with me outside of YouTube, you can find me over at Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. My username on all those places is It's Oddly James. If you want to hang out with me live while I stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can head over to twitch.tv/It'sOddlyJames. I play a lot of story-based games, RPGs, things like that. So yeah, until next time, be well, be safe, stay witchy. Good night.